20 years ago. Father was standing in the lake with red eyes. It is clear that there is an invisible force that controls him. He is standing waiting. The moment that the freedom of the sea takes in it, only his wife arrived and saved him. She showed herself.
Freedom of the sea.
In exchange for her husband's freedom, and after that Six fell into the lake. And black hands from under its intensity. Water depth. After passing, we see Rome while he is trying to teach Marina, his fiancée, the floater. But she doesn't know because of her fear of water. At this moment, their lesson in floating is interrupted. Because of a colleague who is jumping in the clothes like a bomb. After that, he says that they are making a plan to make a bachelor party for Rome. In a chalet next to the lake. After that, they try to work 2 roles in the dresses alone. And Sebo Marina, at the same time that you practice floating? Alone, but Marina was drowning. Fortunately, Rome arrives to save her. Late at night in the apartment. Marina is still upset from Rome, because he was going to make her drown. And after that, their colleague, he will deliver Rome to his summer home, which the father was in his city. The 2 colleagues arrive at the summer house and they are old and abandoned. They turn on electricity, and they see that the basement is full of water, and when Rome enters, he says his mother died drowning in the lake. Rome is surprised. Why his colleague? More people are determined, including dancers. This makes Rome come out. He goes to the pier and connects to the marina. But Marina is busy, so he closes the call, so he takes off his demolition and his pad in the lake to guide himself. And at the same time, Marina is doing a story, Sister Rome's hair, the big one who says that the mother was reading the sight by spitting in 2 mirrors, so that you know if they will see the night of dreams. Before Marina walks, Big Sister Rome has a bag in it. The hair you cut. Because Rome's older sister believes that there is magic in poetry. And after that, Marina is reassured that she and her little brother, Rome, will reconcile soon. And after that, Marina is trying to try. Works a tail, mirror, but you don't see anything. After that, you go to the kitchen to wash yourself an apple. Just the tap. The water comes out of the swallow and makes bubbles and sinks the pelvis. Try to fix it. He wants her to miss the call that Rome made. On the 2 side, Rome comes back at the pier and finds the mermaid standing waiting for him. Mermaid, sexy and wears her wet hair with a wood comb. And Rome is getting closer to her. When they are very close to each other, they exchange a kiss that smells wild, and after that you ask him to love me. And after they get away from each other, she smiles because Tori has her sharp teeth. At dawn, the owners of Rome are aware of the celibacy. They will pass out on the side of the lake. When he gets up, he says that he has seen the sexy mermaid. But no one believes him. Their colleague, he collects the clothes and needs of Rome, including the comb. Mermaid would go home a little bit. After that, Rome surprises Marina in the morning. Beautiful board, after you smell the roses. The gathering of Rome's demolition, at night to wash it. And meet, wood comb. Amid demolition, after that, Rome exercises in the pool at the gym. I just don't feel that it's good. His level will not be good, but the coach, thinking about Rome, he must be at his best. For a competition, rehabilitation reel. After exercise, Rome takes a bath in the swimming pool of the gym. Just a mermaid, the sea is playing in the water, and the water closes him. And after that, the mermaid appears from and no need. And you play in his safe when you open it and lock it alone. And at night, Rome will be at home on the bed. And tremble under the blankets. He will have a lot of heat. And Marina brings him a warm tea. To be afraid, but Rome feels that it is in need. He tickles his legs and quickly adjusts his seat. And there is no one, and Marina is still inside. After that, Marina helps Rome drink tea. After that, you cover it again with blankets. And you feel that it is very hot. Looking out of it, Rome will go back to sleep and you will sleep and say, I don't love you. He means a nymph. The sea, but Marina, thinking that he would say these words to her, and after that, Marina makes a call. Call video, the great sister of Rome, and show it the comb of wood that I found in the ruins of Rome. And the call gets over. And after that, Rome's big sister reveals that this wood comb, it is in an old picture of their family. After that, Rome reassures Marina after she has a nightmare. Marina dreams that she sees a mermaid while she is petting Rome in the baths, but when you go to face them, they disappear. You go to the bathtub, but the mermaid holds her head and drowns her. And after that, Rome will compete in the qualifying round on the 2nd day. Just something strange is happening. It disappears from the pool in the gym and suddenly it will be underwater in the lake. The moment he appears on the sidewalk, erotic mermaid. But it sucks to be on top of it. And ask him if he loves her, and she is caressing Rome bird, and he says no, and the mermaid opens her trumpet. Because of Tora, and she's terrifying. Rome will rise after he returns to life from drowning by the paramedics. After that, Rome is detained in the hospital after the accident, and Marina and the big sister of Rome, waiting for him to exceed. Rome finally, he tells everyone the truth that got on the sidewalk. And Marina walks after, you know that there is another one. Last Rome. Although tired, Rome goes behind Marina in the corridors, and after that he enters a place and sees a fantasy. Marina behind the curtain, Rome Bichelle curtain. Just no one. And the ground remains wet. Suddenly Marina appears again, but when he turns to the door, the real Marina will be standing. The door closes alone and locks Rome in the air with the freedom of the sea. The one you are attacking. After you are trapped in the middle, Marina and the big sister of Rome and their colleague can break the door. Bishova Rome, unconscious and surrounded by the curtain, take Rome out of the hospital. To get home, and they know that it is never safe. Why? He's alone. Before they go home, they visit the father who is busy drawing a mermaid. Rome's big sister confronts the father about the same mermaid, who tortures Rome, and the death of the mother, and after that Marina Pittori the comb. Wood for the father. Father refuses all questions, and he chooses to sit alone. And suddenly Rome appears, to see the father, Father Pitater. The first thing he sees, and he tells Rome what he talks to a mermaid. See never. Mermaid in the lake too. And from her hour, she left him living in misery. And the mother found, way to defeat? Mermaid. But she failed to expose herself to save his life. He lost everything, but not freedom. The sea that still appears everywhere is going. Everyone knows that the mother found something under the lake. Marina insistently holds the wood comb and says to everyone, go to the summer house. When will they arrive? Summer house at night. Rome's big sister remembers sweet memories. Who had them in this place? At the same time, their colleague takes his need from Arabic. Bethman Marina. She must overcome the sin of Rome. Big in that he was Peppas One again. Second day, their colleague was dying under the water. And he discovers a drowning tomb. It says a name on it, Lisa Grigrova. Many bodies suddenly appear to the colleague. This will come out quickly, just trying to float, so that it can be delivered to the boat. Black hands trying to drown him. After he can resist the hands, Black, this boy is floating. Boat limit. Rome's older sister is pulling the rope on the boat to the point of the dock. And the colleague arrives to the dock safely, and stay away from the dark days. At the same time, Marina enters the cabin next to the summer house. It's cattle. The floor is breaking, and Saya Wax dictates the walls and the ground. An old mirror will be standing in the corner. In front of it is a water basin, and it will still be cattle. The mermaid suddenly appears in the mirror. And it will be a ruqa, and you say a sentence. Take the one for you. Hey, my love. Until her voice is more and more. Mermaid quickly damaged. The Marina after the sentence is finished, and her armor is damaged around Marina. And she screams at her den. Marina is running fast from the cabin, and you go to the summer house. You see Rome sitting on the chair, shaw pale, and his eyes are entering the atmosphere of a lot of fatigue. Who faces him, because the mermaid is tormenting him health. Rome shopping. The great sister of Rome examines the letters engraved in the wood comb. And the one who is the same name that exists on the drowning grave, Lisa Grigrova. The truth is, the mermaid did not have anyone else but Lisa, who died by suicide. And to support this talk, those who commit suicide do not bury them in cemeteries, and they bury them on the beach. The tomb will be under the lake, just because the broken dam is what made the flood. This is the one who made the lake, Sister Rome. The big one says they weren't supposed to take the wood comb, because this is a symbol, importance of hair, mermaid. And to finish, sexy mermaid butt. They must return, wood comb. And after that, Marina is visiting, Rome on the bed, and when you touch it, Rome suddenly speaks from the angle of the world and says, there is no one under the sheets. Marina gets pregnant when she removes the sheet from the bed, and the state suddenly attacks her, and you lock her up inside her. Everyone is running on the fashion, and they succeed in pulling the animated sheet off the Marina. And at night Marina faces a nymph, the sea in the cabin, through mother ritual. In the mirror, and you try to return the wood comb to the mermaid. Enlighten the wax, and clean the mirror in the corner and hold the comb to the wood. And spit in the mirror. And then you say, Lisa Grigrova, take the one for you, and come my love. At the same time, their colleague will be standing guard outside the cabin. Just unfortunately, the mermaid succeeds in charming him, and massage it, and the colleague peeps in the void, and a tear falls from his eye at the time when the freedom of the sea asks him, if he loves her. The colleague who will be under magic, freedom of the seabird says, oh, I love you. At the same time, sister, Rome prevents Rome from opening the basement door. Locked, but Rome is not the same, because his eyes remained red like the father of 20 years. And he starts choking his sister, big. On the two side, Marina is still busy summoning. The mermaid lands, comb the wood in the water basin and spit in 2 mirrors. After that you say the second sentence, Lisa Grigrova. Take the one to you and come, my love. She spits behind her and sees the wood comb disappears, and in the mirror, the reflection of the mermaid appears, and it turns into reality, and she holds Marina's head, and sinks her head in the water basin. At this time, Marina knows the truth. And the mermaid's past? The truth is that fiancé, mermaid, he betrayed her and killed her fiancé and his wife, the new one before she commits suicide. After this disclosure, Rome returns to his nature and turns to Marina in the cabin. Their colleague will be standing still outside the place. But Rome is not interested in him, and he goes to break the door of the cabin. The first time he enters, he sees a lot of bodies for Marina around him. And a question is repeated, you love me. But even though the mermaid's goal is to confuse Rome, Rome goes to Marina, who will be at the end of the day. And he goes towards her with confidence and says, oh, I love you. And her Pepos, because of that. Freedom of the sea screams in the mirror. And the tomb under the water is broken, but they are walking to get out of the summer house. After they thought they had won, their colleague, who is under the influence of hormones, he goes to the basement. Strange, and he says, "I love you." Rome Pedor on his colleague, and find it floating in the basement when Rome tries to save him. The nudge of the sea sinks it and says, "I will take all the ones you love. The war against the evil mermaid has not saved you." The three are escaping in Arabic, but Arabic is in the middle of the forest. Rome is examining Arabic motor min al-kabut. Just from afar, the mermaid is waiting for the coming attack. Marina and his big sister, Rome. They warn Rome, but he does not hear them. Arabic doors close alone, and the water begins to drown them in the air. Rome quickly breaks the Arab Kazaz with a stone. Big, and after that he decides that he presents himself for a mermaid to end the torment. Because it is clear that the ritual, returning the comb, the wood was wrong. The mermaid sees Rome at the pier and suffocate him in the air. He is in yes to end the torment. Rome's big sister presents Marina, tied to the freedom of the sea, in exchange for her brother's freedom in the basement. Suddenly the father arrives, basement, to present himself instead of Marina, because he loves the freedom of the sea so much, unlike Marina, who is forced to be the victim. The freedom of the sea will take the father's salvation. Why, sister?
Suddenly, big Rome,
Holding the mermaid hair, and Marina quickly, she cuts a strand of mermaid hair with scissors. The mermaid screams in pain, but then she succeeds in taking the father. And after that, the freedom of the sea returns quickly again, and the older sister of Rome who was bothering her drowns until she dies. And in the end, why Marina? Do you know the way? To kill the freedom of the sea. You meet Rome sleeping unconscious on the sidewalk and you say he cuts hair.
freedom of the sea.
After that, Marina bounces in the lake. تتصارع مع حرية أفضل البحر. And she can cut a little bit of her hair. At the moment, Rome is above, and I see Marina looking at the sidewalk. They are close to sea. The last victory. When suddenly, Marina says she loves me. Just Rome. He will be smart and knows the trick. So he holds the scissors that the mermaid brought on the sidewalk. And he grabs her hair and shortens it. The mermaid screams in pain. And she dies while she falls in the water. And he will be in other monsters. Black hands from under the water you eat. After Rome defeats the freedom of the sea, he succeeds in saving himself. And Marina, min al-maut. Friendly end of the movie. And we meet in a new summary. And thank you for watching. Peace be upon you.